everyone, I'm Tara from Me and My Violin. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the note we get when we place our first finger on the D string. So get your violin ready and start with your hello hand up here. And what we're going to do is slide it down towards the scroll. So when I say down, I mean this direction. When I say up, I mean that direction. When you slide down, watch out that your wrist doesn't do that. So you want to slide down with your hand, your arm nice and straight, nice and relaxed. Remember that train ride that we went on in those first few lessons? So now we're going to slide down and we're going to stay there. Now my thumb is on the train track and there's a space underneath. If I show you this side, you'll be able to see. You can see the space here? There's a space underneath the neck of the violin, and everything is nice and relaxed. On this side, this joint here, the bottom joint of my first finger is in line with the fingerboard. So I'm holding the violin like that. And when I say holding, I actually don't mean that I'm holding it up. I can hold it just with my chin, my head. So I'm just placing it like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play the D string, pluck it, and then we're going to place our first finger down on the D string. Okay, so now you've got to make it match the note that I'm playing. So if it's in the wrong spot, it's going to be out of tune. So it's got to match exactly. So slide your hand around a little bit until you can match the note that I'm playing. There's the D. That's the first finger. This note is called E. So we're going to do a little exercise now where we play D, we count for 4, and we put our first finger down, we count for 4. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Lift it up. 2, 3, 4. And down. 2, 3, 4. Well done. Now, shall we try that again? Ready and 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Well done. See, my wrist is still straight. I hope yours is as well. Remember the hammock that we swung underneath the violin? If your wrist is skew, you will not be able to do that. So make sure that it's nice and relaxed. Okay, let's do that one more time. Check that your first finger is in the right spot. Alright, starting with the D. Ready, and 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. So I'm going to show you how that's written in notation. I prepared little sheets. If you'd like to print it out, it is in the description below, the link, and you can print it out from there. So we're looking at the top line, top stave. So over here, you'll be familiar with this note D. It's our open string. So you can see I've typed D underneath, and there's a 0 above to also help you know that that is no fingers on the string. Now, when we put the note one step higher, so on that bottom line, it makes the note E, and we play it with the first finger. So sometimes in violin music, we put a little number above the note to indicate which finger we're going to play, but we don't always do that. So you need to get to know these notes, where they sit on the stave, on these 5 lines. So here you can see there are no clues. So that's back to D, and that's E again. So those are the notes that we just played, this top line. D, E, D, E. When the note is shaped like this, like an egg, with no stem and not colored in, we count it for 4. Okay, so we're going to try that same thing now, but with the bow. So pick up your violin and your bow. Check that you've got a nice bow hold. Take your hello hand, slide it down. Make sure you've got that space underneath. Check where your first finger is going to go. Play the D, play the E. You might be thinking, we know another E. And that's absolutely right. There are many E's on the violin. There are many D's, many A's. So some are higher, some are lower. Okay, so here we go. Starting with the D for 4 counts. Ready, and D, and E. Okay, put your violin down for a moment while I'll just show you the next step. So now we're going to change a little bit. Instead of playing that long 4 count note, which is a semibreve, we're going to play 2 count note, which is a minim, and we're going to play twice. So we're going to play D, D, E, E. Okay, so I'll show you. Ready? D, and E, E, back to D, D, E, E. Would you like to try it with me? Is your violin ready? Check that your first finger's in the right spot. Okay, then lift it up to start on D. Ready, and D, D, E, E, D, D, E, E. There we go. Okay, I'm going to show you what that looks like in notation. So now we're looking at this middle line over here. And you'll see our notes now have a stem added to them. And that's why they're 2 counts each. When we add a stem to a note that's a semibreve, we turn it into a minim, and that's 2 counts. So we're playing D, D. You can see that these notes of the circle, which is called the note head, is still written in the same place as up here. D, D, E, E, D, D, E, E. So let's try that now with the bow. So make sure that you've got your nice bow hold. Remember everything nice and round. And find where that first finger's going to go. Here's D and here's E. Okay, starting with the D. 2 counts. Ready, and that's it. Now the last one is going to be crotchets. So crotchet is a 1 count note. I'm going to play 4 Ds and then 4 E's. 4 Ds, 4 E's. Like this. First finger. Try it with me. So find that first finger. Sound like that. So remember to move it around a little bit. If it doesn't match my note, make sure that your wrist is nice and straight. Tap your thumb a few times on the side just to make it nice and loose. Okay, and remember to keep your fingers on the fingertips. So no flat fingers on the fingertips. Okay, starting on the D4. Ready, and D, and 1. Excellent. Let me show you what that looks like. So we started with a semibreve, which was 4 counts. Then we added a stem, which is that little line, making it 2 counts. And now we take that note and we color it in. And now it's 1 count. And here's the 4 notes that I played. D, 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 E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 E. And then I thought it would be nice just to end on a long D. So let's give that a try with the bow. Check that first finger. Okay, ready, and D. reminder that the finger numbers, we don't count the thumb. So that's why I'm calling this number 1, because there's no thumb. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're feeling brave, we can try that whole thing all the way through in one go. So let's just have a look at the music again. We're going to start with 4 count notes. Then we're going to move, which are semibreves. Then we're going to move to 2 count notes, minims. And then we're going to move to crotchets, 1 count notes, and end on a long D. And I'll help you out. Let's start with pizzicato. So remember to find the notes. So 4 count notes, nice long notes. Ready, and E, and E, and D, and E. Now 2 counts. D, D, E, E, D, D, E, E, and 1 count. D, 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 E, and 1 long D. Let's try it with the bow. Three, 4, 2, two count notes. One count note.